All right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pass it off to you, Sherry.
All right, Jen, thank you. I'm Sherry. Nice to see everyone who's here. Nice to quote unquote see you if you've checked into the recording. We love this theme for February. We're wrapping it up tonight with instead of love yourself to death, why don't we love ourselves to health? And the love in the air recipe for diffusing is 3 drops of passion, which is also a great root chakra oil, or 2 drops of and 2 drops of wintergreen. So that's what we're kicking off with. And next slide, please. All right, I actually changed these, Jen, today. I don't know if you saw, but it's a different color because I got really into my patterning. I think I am OCD. And it includes the QR code because you can teach an old dog new things. So we have a QR code. I learned from Jen that this is the easiest way for local people in San Diego to RSVP. We're going to have a workshop the second Thursday of every month at my house for a little bit until baby Jen and Owen's baby comes. And then the fourth Thursday of every month, we're doing an aroma yoga. So this one is about the workshop. It's on the 9th. It's down in North PB if you're in the area. We're limiting to 10 people, so please do RSVP. And then you pay at the door because if you come on your own, you're totally welcome. $10 covers it. But if you bring a friend, you and your friend get to come for free because the more the merrier. So that's happening. And the next slide is just giving you a sneak peek into our yoga class again at my house on the 23rd of March. And it's going to be aroma yoga. And since the whole month of March is about sleep, we're doing a yin yoga class. And each yoga class you get to take home a free sample of oil. So this class you'll have like a free sample of like serenity or lavender or something for sleep. And then the next slide. So pamper yourself with hair care. I am in my home salon, so that's very apropos, but I didn't do my hair. This is post yoga. But they have a great line of hair care. And so we're going to tell you about it today about that, but also things you can do DIY for your hair. So the best thing that you can do for most, if not anything, like when I do these one-on-one health consults, 9 times out of 10, maybe even sometimes 10 out of 10, our lifelong vitality vitamins and supplements are a part of the recipe for healthy living. A lot of times, I think we tend to, especially from being in such an instant time, we want disposable diapers and microwaves, and we want everything to be quick, and we think we can just put something on our hair or something on our skin and it's going to solve all the world's problems. And it's a good start, and it's not to be negated, but really a lot of our skin and health comes from the inside out. So I could talk an hour about these vitamins. They're bioavailable, they're made from real food. Your body's going to accept it because it recognizes kale and broccoli. It doesn't recognize synthetics, which we don't use, which means when you go potty, it's not going to be neon because we have nothing artificial to eliminate. And they're just wonderful. I always say it's the best sample because if you buy a month's worth, which is only $80, which is a deal because it's like 3 bottles of vitamins and supplements and essential oils. If you don't feel better at the end of the month, doTERRA will give you all your money back. So that's basically the best sample in town. And I think I'll stop there because I really could go on and on, but I just love them. 1 bottle's vitamins, 1 bottle's your omega-3s, which also come in a vegan plant-based option instead of fish. And then the third bottle is your blend of essential oils, which are good for cellular rejuvenation. Okay. Lastly, before I hand it off to Megan, I'm going to tell you about this DIY serum. I just organized my salon and I found a serum I had made at convention last year. So I'm like, okay, I got to try that. But I love DIY things. It's fun to mix your own concoctions. You can kind of tailor it to your liking. So this one is really good for nourishing your hair and treating split ends. And you apply it to your hair, specifically at the ends of your hair, let it soak for an hour and then shampoo it out. And if you have dry hair like I do, I would shampoo and then give some kind of a light conditioner at the end so that you're not just leaving on the shampoo part of the process. If you have really dry hair like I do, or you really feel like you could just, or trying to stimulate hair growth, then you can apply it from your roots all the way to the tips. And again, leave it on for an hour and then shampoo it out with some kind of a quick little conditioner after that. Um, you can repeat it weekly or as needed, but the hairstylist in me wants to tell you not to overdo anything, because anything that's super conditioning will feel great. And if we overdo it, it actually creates buildup, and then our hair doesn't get so bouncy and light because it has too much. So too much of a good thing is even too much. And someone's asking, what are your thoughts about sleeping with it on? Someone had asked me that and I didn't know. It's a great question. You can. It's going to be a little messy for your pillows. It's only going to do so much good, and then there's going to be like a saturation point. So if you think of your hair as like a sponge, so that's another great point, is that like if you really want to get the most for it, put it on dry or just slightly damp hair, because your hair can absorb this much moisture. And if you use this much of water and then you put the conditioner on, it only has this much room left in your hair shaft. But if you have it dry or just barely damp, it has all that room for the moisture. So you just have a sponge and you can only fill it so much. And so the same thing with leaving it on. You can leave it on all night, but it really probably an hour or two, it's not going to make a big difference of like 5 or 6. It can only absorb so much good. I love the tip about, yeah, thank you. And also too with blow drying. I mean, again, I could spend an hour talking about hair, but blow drying your hair, don't start when it's soft and wet, because the last bit of blow dry, and this isn't a blow dry, this is just my yoga hair, but when you go to blow dry your hair, it's that last little bit that creates the shape. So let it almost air dry, brush your teeth, get dressed, like make it to where it's like almost dry, and then blow dry it. It's going to be less exposure to the heat. And it's also going to, that's the part that really does the final touch. I'm also on a roll. I just have to tell you, I don't know if it's in the slide or not, but that spray protective stuff is so good. And Jen did this thing at her house with me where she sprayed half of a piece of bread with the spray heat protector, like leave-in conditioner stuff, and we put it in the toaster oven, and half of it got burnt and half of it was protected. And on that note, I would kind of quick on some of my slides, so I'm indulging here. I saw Lisa from our team this morning for our one-on-one, and her hair was spot on. It was so shiny and beautiful, and she's been using our new doTERRA hairline. Okay, back to the slide. I really will wrap this up. Oh, Megan, you are next. Okay, so here's the recipe, and then that's that for that. Oh, you're so sweet. I could talk all night, so we're quite a match, Melody. Okay, here we go. So a tablespoon of carrier oil, argan, sweet almond oil, fractionated coconut oil, and I personally love jojoba oil. My friend in high school, her dad actually used to farm it back in like the 70s and 80s before anyone knew what jojoba oil was, and it's really good for your skin and hair. 4 drops of cedarwood, 4 drops of lavender, and 4 drops of rosemary. This is our recipe. If you like one more than the other, tweak it a little bit. Do 3 of one and 5 of another. Okay, that is all from me, and I'm going to turn it over to Megan. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sherry. So to continue on the DIY hair, we have a DIY hair growth serum. If you want to boost some hair growth, fill out a little bit more, promote new growth, anything like that, in a 2-ounce spray bottle, mix the following ingredients: 5 drops of rosemary, 5 drops frankincense, 5 drops tea tree, 5 drops lavender, and 5 drops of peppermint. Fill with a carrier oil, moroccan oil, castor oil, fractionated coconut oil. You can even do grapeseed oil, works really well. It's nice and light for your hair as well. You can also use it in a dropper bottle and put it directly on your scalp. One of the things you can also do before you put on the serum is actually use a derma roller and roll. You want to roll, start at the front, roll straight back and lift up and go through the area that you want to put the serum on. Put the serum on, do the derma roller again, and then you're good. If you're going to do the spray, you want to do it about every half an inch. And apply it to the scalp, allow it to soak in for 20 minutes or more. You can wash as normal. If you use it in a dropper directly on your scalp, you can actually leave that on and you don't need to wash it off. For the derma roller, starting off, you want to use the 0.5 millimeter and then move up. And you don't want to do it more than about 3 times a week. So for hair care, we have the hair care trio. It can be very difficult to find hair care products that are sulfate-free, silicone-free, paraben-free, free of synthetic fragrances, dyes, all of those kind of things, and to find something that truly works for your hair without stripping it. doTERRA uses ingredients like quinoa protein, shea butter, coconut oil, and of course CPTG essential oils. With the doTERRA hair care products, you can feel good about what you use in your hair. It's clean, natural, and sure to make your hair look healthier, shinier, and feel better as well. So the trio includes the shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in conditioner. For some tips, apply a small amount of the protecting shampoo to damp hair and massage into the scalp, rinse thoroughly. After you shampoo, use the conditioner to wet hair, concentrating on the ends, rinse thoroughly, and then spray the doTERRA leave-in conditioner on your hair after shampooing, conditioning, and towel drying your hair. Do not rinse. Also, use before blow drying or any heat styling of your hair for heat protection. And I will hand it over to Melissa.
Okay, I have been using this and the next thing I'm going to talk about since convention, with the exception of just like here and there, I use the bottled shampoo conditioner that I still have too, sometimes just when it's easier when I'm traveling. But I never thought I'd like shampoo bars or conditioner bars just because I thought they would just disappear too fast. It wouldn't have as long last. But I literally had my shampoo bar from September when we went to convention, and I started using it when we got home. So like middle of September, and it started falling apart a little in December, and it's pretty much done now. Like in January it was done. So that's why I kind of like went back and forth with the liquid one that I still have, but my conditioner bar is still going strong. So why we're switching to this, there's a lot of things like that, you know, you can use with this shampoo or strengthening bar. So I've actually seen a lot of change in my hair using this, along with other things that I'm using. But it is rosemary mint. It's very nourishing, and it's a hydrating formula. So it also leverages the powerful benefits of fermented rice water, which is rich in vitamins and antioxidants. So there's also a lot of research that I was kind of diving into, but some of the blurbs about that is it does really help strengthen your hair follicles. It helps actually repair cuticle damage, prevent dandruff. So, you know, using that as a base is really, really helpful. It actually can even have anti-inflammatory effects on the scalp. So I was like, wow, because I was like, well, rice water, why? Right? I wanted to look a little bit more. So those were some of the key things I found, which is probably really helpful. I have, sensitive skin. So I like that there's going to have some anti-inflammatory and dandruff, and it's nourishing. It helps, strengthen and smooth the hair, because I was having issues where hair was just kind of like gobs were falling out. I literally should like show the journey now, like how my shower wall is not covered in hair. Because Jen was there with me and saw like, wow, how do you still have hair on your head? And it is safe. This is safe for color treated hair. I'm not one. I probably will never be one that colors my hair because I'm too lazy. But for those of that you do, I will literally cut my hair once a year sometimes. So that's what I mean when I say I don't really do much to my hair. But it is safe for those that you do color your hair and do other things. It's for all types. It doesn't have any of those chemicals, so you're not having the like sulfates and the parabens and the silicone, synthetic fragrances, the dyes. You're not having any of that you're putting directly on your hair follicles into your scalp, right? It's ethically sourced, just like all of our products. It's environmental friendly. It's bio-based. It's recyclable materials. It comes in just a cardboard box so you can recycle, throw away, no plastics. And it actually can save up to 3.6 fluid ounces of water by using this. So again, very helpful, very environmental friendly. I do recommend a couple tips, and we learned this at convention. Lather first, and I know Sherry's probably shared this too and confirmed it with us, but you might have to kind of like do a double wash, because that first lather is just kind of like washing the layer off, and then that second one is where you really get it lathered to get like where the scalp is. And I do tend to notice I have to do it twice if I'm doing the bar, just to kind of like really get that lather that second time. But it does foam up really really well. I think Jen even posted a picture of her soapy head one time showing it. But yeah, so I definitely love using this. And then I think Sherry says you can stretch out your shampoos by putting hair in a bun and shampoo in the nape of the edges of your hair and spot rinse. It's not good to shampoo your hair too often. I do mine every couple days, Sherry. Sometimes it goes almost a whole week and it stays up in a hair. I'm bad. But Jen says, I didn't know any of that, but I can say my hair is so much happier than using the bars. So she's probably talking about all that rice water stuff. And then she does a double wash, or actually just rub in the bar with her hair. That works really great too. So now going on to the conditioner bar, still going strong. Again, this one has rosemary mint. It's very nourishing. It does still have that rice water in there. It's very refreshing and restorative. So it keeps your health feeling very rejuvenated and healthy. It's very light. Like I have an issue where like my hair can get weighed down really easily and like oily. I don't feel like I get my hair oily or greasy. Like obviously I have this on right now, but like I washed it today. And it's very light. It feels very soft. Like I said, I've had a lot of growth, or less breakage for sure. And it's again, very safe on color treated hair, good for all hair types. One other thing beyond just like being eco-friendly with this, it can also save up to 8.5 full ounces of like, if you're using a conditioner. And as I mentioned earlier, like I still have more than half of this bar left, because you really just like, even when we were watching them at convention, you can just rub a little on your hands even and just go like this towards the ends. I do always just do a little up here. Maybe it's a psychological thing. I know I have to focus down here more because I don't want to weigh my hair up, because Sherry's told us don't put all the conditioner up here, you weigh it down. And if I'm looking at oily hair, right, I don't want to do that. But I just feel like I have to do just a little. So I kind of go like that. But just like I literally just rub it on my hands and then kind of do this. If I really feel like I need to, I just kind of do that really quick with the bar. But a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot. I love it. It's amazing. In fact, here's a little video if you guys want to watch this later, about the shampoo and conditioner bars. Feel free to take a look. But I love them both, so I will keep using them. And
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can I ask you 2 questions?
Sure.
Okay, because I was trying to type, but I didn't know how to work it, and I thought if I tried to push a button, I would lose everything. The leave-in conditioner on the trio on the shampoo, can you use the leave-in conditioner as a heat protector before I blow dry my hair?
That's what I do. Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
the one that Sherry was saying. I actually showed, like, I took a piece of toast and I put a paper towel on half of it and I sprayed it with the leave-in conditioner, the heat, it's a leave-in conditioner and heat protector. So I sprayed the toast, half of it, and then I took the paper towel off, put the toast in the oven, and then toasted it. And the side that had the heat protector on didn't burn, and the side that didn't burned. So it's literally designed for that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Okay, then I'll get those. And then on the bars, is that the only scent it comes in, or would there be a lavender one?
Right now, those are the only ones.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
very
Who knows
subtle.
if they'll start doing more? It's
you
very
think-
light. It's not a strong scent or anything. I don't notice any, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
Because usually if it's really strong for me, I sneeze a lot and I don't want to stick it in my hair and then be sneezing all day and then have to take another shower. So I thought, is there like a lavender vanilla or something that might be a little bit more mellow?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I
really,
haven't noticed.
I don't even notice the smell, to be honest.
No.
Like,
I don't.
Well, and Amber, I don't know if the essential oils that are rosemary and mint make you sneeze, but as a hairstylist, what I'm guessing is that you've had rosemary and mint or like fragranced hair products that were synthetics, and it was the synthetics that made you sneeze.
Oh, because they were so strong.
Because they were chemicals. And
Oh,
like I know for me, like I can't handle anything but natural, and so they'll say it's like, rosemary or mint or something plant-based, but if they're making it with chemicals and not natural, like plant-based distillation, then it's not the plants that you're sneezing to, it's the synthetics. Unless you smell rosemary oil and it makes you sneeze, or you smell mint oil and it makes you sneeze. But if it's coming from a bottle that's like shampoo or conditioner, it's probably like the stuff that they put under fragrance, which can be all kinds of stuff.
oh, okay.
Does that
Okay,
make
that's
sense?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, because I did get it off of Amazon.
Yeah. I've had it happen to me too. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Great questions, though. So that is kind of wrapping up our February, wrapping up our Love Yourself to Health, and talking about how to do it with your hair now. We're going to move on in March, going Restful Nights for Better Days. So if you join us in March, we're going to have a lot of focus on that, which I know that's why I started with doTERRA, is how to have healthier ways to do some better sleep habits and incorporate some healthier things. And so I have things that I diffuse every night, and you'll find out some fun little tips and tricks if you join us then. But for now, if you, I wish I could click through, do or have not placed your order for this month, or you feel like you need to do another order, or you are watching this right after the replay, there are still some February promos. You can still get Yarapalm for 15% off. You can still qualify for some freebies of the digestion, which I love, and I always have some of that on supply. And you can also order some of those baby products that are back. And if you do get started and you're brand new and you do sign up tonight, somehow you see this, or you remember and you reach out, then you can earn up to, you can earn 100 free doTERRA dollars to spend in April, but you have to order in March too. So we can help you with that. So just reach out. So 3 ways I think we're jumping into to get started, or best ways to get started. So there are 3 ways. Retail, most expensive. You don't get the perks or guidance, just like you're shopping in a store, or you walk into Jen and Owen's clinic and say, I want that deep blue off the shelf. You're going to pay retail price. But that's not the best, obviously. There's 2 other ways. The next step up is that wholesale, where you're going to get the best products for the best prices. Just like a Costco membership, you pay that enrollment fee, that account fee one time for $35. You get 25% off for that full year, or longer, depending on if you want to continue. You get our guidance, just like these we do every week. We have other different groups that you can be part of. We have, you're going to be able to reach out to us for one-on-one consultants and things like that as well. Earn your points back for doTERRA dollars. I mean, there are times that I save up and I barely spend anything for the month because I just use my points, which is amazing and wonderful, and it helps. But there is no monthly order requirement, so you can do that. And then the best way is above wholesale. So you actually start off with a starter kit, which waives your account fee. So you get all of that wholesale plus you don't have to pay that account fee. And if you start with the starter kit, it's usually even below the wholesale prices on top of that, because the way they bundle it, they give you even more of a discount. So if you were to even try to look at it as like a kit or putting it together, it's still going to like save you even more. So again, usually that's the way most people sign up. And then a couple of our top favorite ways are some of these starter kits that I was just saying. So you have that natural solution kit, which is how Sherry started at $4.50. You get a little of everything. You get some of the inside out with those supplements. You have a wonderful diffuser. You've got some natural products that you can try, like the toothpaste. You have oils. You have a case that you get. You got a lot of different things that you pretty much get to try all, like some of the top things. You can also start with the home essentials kit, which are the bigger bottles that have they're 15 milliliter, and they have 250 drops in there, so they're gonna last for a long time. And you get that bigger diffuser. Those are the top 10 oils. Pretty much can do almost anything with those that we've talked about, or the Healthy Start kit, which is kind of similar to what I started with way back when. I just don't think I had the diffuser with it. I had the nice little case with it. But these are the smaller ones. These are the 5 milliliter. Still get 85 drops per, bottle, so they do last a long time. And again, you can kind of replace or trade out a lot of things that are not as healthy for using these in your house. So any of these are a great way to start. So if one looks good to you, reach out, and we can help you. If you're not quite sure, but one's catching your eye or a combo, just again, reach out to whoever invited you or a familiar face, and we'll help you get started. And I believe just some of the perks that we're going to go over with. Again, we're talking about why you'd want to start with us and why you'd want to go ahead and start with that wholesale or even above that wholesale, right? Like the below best one is you get those prices for a year or more, depending on how long you stay. You get that private 30-minute consult with the person who invited you or one of us here that can help you, walk you through how to use that welcome guide that you're going to go through what those tips and recipes are. And then this ongoing education support that we do. You can earn your loyalty rewards and free oils. Not only amazing customer service from us, but if you call directly from doTERRA, they literally are a human being talking to you, problem solving. Even if you're just doing a chat, which is what I do half the time, it's still a real person, and it's amazing. So who you buy your essential oils from and products is just as important as where, if not more, as Sherry likes to say, and I agree. So last thing before we go into like questions, after this, we usually wrap up and jump into the business side. So a few of us stay on here that are doing that as a business at all different levels. But the things that you want to ask yourself is, do you like natural products and helping people? Obviously, part of that, everybody's going to say, yes, you're here because you like natural products. You're listening to this because you like natural products, right? So if that's you and you like helping people, and then maybe you even are thinking, hey, could I possibly earn a little extra money or replace my income? If you answered yes to either of these questions, might be good just to hang around, be a fly on the wall, or ask us some questions about how we're doing it and where we're at. Because like I said, we're all at different levels and we all do it a little differently, depending on what we're doing. So feel free to stay on, or if you're watching this recording and you want to hop back on one of our other ones. So we do that second half of this hour. So I think at that point, we want to thank everybody for being here. Anybody here that's live has any questions? I know